Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Free For All, our free-to-play series, part of the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. We welcome you. All right, so last time we had an episode, we talked about getting masteries. We got those masteries. We got Don Collar's got War Master. Kale already had his. Tagore's got his masteries. Alice has got her masteries. Actually, Taragi is really close. We kind of pulled him out at the end just to try to push through and get these things. So we got 4 champions with 6-star masteries, 1 really close. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be like the smartest individual in the room, nor do I ever try to pretend that I am. But this weekend we had progressive on Geomancers. And I went for it because I had like 10 shards, and I ended up getting 3 sacreds because I got one from like the Relic Keeper Fusion in the challenges. Now, I accidentally, when kind of cleaning up files, deleted those. I just realized this morning, so I don't have the shard pulls, but we did get some decent champions along the way, okay? So we ended up getting an Arwald Quivergrass. I don't think she's going to be particularly good, but again, faction war champion. It's just going to help us get points. A Lorne, bit of an interesting one. 3-hitter heals this champion by 15%. AoE leech and heal reduction. And then a 1-hit decreased turn meter by 100%. So he's a pretty interesting champion. I guess obviously Fire Knight. Probably going to have some uses against the spider, I would imagine, as well. Seems really not too bad. We did get a Jareg. Not necessarily the best champion in the world, but he's got a decreased attack, an ally protection, and a big decreased defense, which is going to be great for faction wars. You know, had we not had Taragi, this would have been an amazing pull. But then, the star of the show, we got a Skaramis. This guy's going to be way cool for us. Okay, we have to get him ascended for this, but has a 100% chance, so 10, 20, 25, and 75, so 100, to place a provoke on all enemies, placing, which I think is what you want, and that's on a 3-turn cooldown. Then gives himself a continuous heal and a counterattack. And then an AoE decrease attack, books to... decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 and has a 60%, so 75% chance of the big decrease attack, AoE, and then fills this champion turn meter by 10% for each buff that had its duration decreased. And then an A1 hitter, 80% chance of stealing, 90% chance of stealing 15% of the target's turn meter, and has a 20% chance of placing a stun on them if the turn meter is fully depleted. So, you know, you provoke them, they attack you, he counterattacks back, they have 0 turn meter, it stuns them, I think is the gist of it. So he's going to be awesome. He's going to be a huge carry. Right now, we don't have him in much accuracy at all. We're going to have to farm some pinpoint, which we'll get to how that's going to look here in a minute. But then we got him in Guardian and Immortal. So I figure Guardian will be fine because he does self-heal with the continuous heal, but also if he's provoking, they're mostly going to be attacking him anyway, so we can think of this as just a cheapo regen set. So he's going to be, these top 8. That's really what I'm looking at in terms of who my next 6-star is. You can see we're already making progress on that. We got 2 rare Elhanes getting up to 4-star 40 to get 5-star food, and we got a couple other 4-stars. We're just trying to cook through food, so we got a lot of things going on, so we just got to try to make it happen. Okay, what else? We did start our push. Okay, I'm not sure where we're currently at. I can look that up here in a minute, but we did start our push in these potion keeps and some of the dungeons. So this is what we were able to accomplish. Maybe not the fullest of pushes, but I guess you guys already knew. Stage 15, we were farming that beforehand, so that's obviously where we're at there. Event dungeon, shocking. I can like solo stage 10, but I can't get past it. I haven't tried super hard, but I think that's been like kind of a weird thing. It's like, because this is where they go from like 2 ads to 4 ads, and it's throwing me through a loop. So Spider, we've gotten to stage 13. We probably can get past it, but it's such a slow run that I haven't really pushed too hard past that. So this is what I'm talking about, is we've pushed some stages, but we haven't gone full in. But that's good, because then we can get 6-star gear. It looked like it was pretty clean. It just was obviously, my cold heart would go down. Whoops, I'm in the wrong thing. My cold heart would go down, things like that. Ice Golem, we got to 17, completed it. 16 was probably going to be the farm. I'm not sure we can push past the 17. I mean, we might be able to get to 18, but 19 is definitely a no because of the affinity. We're like all magic. We're like solely magic affinity, it feels like. Dragon, though, we did get all the way to 20. And I'm not going to say it's a safe farm, but I would feel comfortable farming stage 20 and just taking the occasional L just for the benefit of getting 5 and 6-star gear. And then Fire Knight, this is the kind of the one I'm most proud of. We did get to stage 16. This is also a farm that we've been working through, and this is the team that we've been using it for. It's speed tuned between these 4 that Cold Heart goes last and able to get that Heartseeker off. The problem is Cold Heart's accuracy isn't quite high enough to reliably decrease that turn meter or get a heal reduction up, and we need both of those. So that's kind of the dungeons where we've been at. Let's talk about what we want to do. Okay, so we want to get, our next goal is we need to get these 3 to 6 star, or these 4 to 6 star as fast as possible. So that is going to require a good amount of food farming. I got a pile of gems, and I think I'm going to pop off with them probably this week. I've kind of conceded the point that the first fusion is just not going to be for me unless it's an absolute banger. If it is, in that particular circumstance, we'll push pretty hard. We'll try to go through all these challenges and get things like, we need to farm the magic keep. So today we're going to push a good amount of energy, because tomorrow we're going to have to really go hard, because I need to get all my champions ascended, and they're all, like, all of them are magic affinity. So yeah. What do we got in here? Anything good? Nope. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and I think I'm just going to farm this event dungeon. We were able to do this previously, so I would imagine I'm going to be able to do the same, where I should be able to just come in here and throw in some food champions. I had another 3-star, yeah, and farm this with the sole hope of accessories, specifically in the high elves, because we need accuracy for Skaramis, and that's really what we're looking for. But we're also looking for accuracy for dark elves, as well as really just all of them. Like, most of our champions could use the accuracy. The only one who really doesn't is Sabbatha, who actually already has 2 accessories for that are pinpoint, oddly enough. But then also that we just need the speed. So worst case scenario, it's like a speed set in our accessories. And so what we're going to do is we're going to farm up some food kind of slowly but surely here. We're going to go ahead and get these champions built up in here slowly. But again, then we're also getting some benefit here. I think there's a Dungeon Divers live too, so that's never going to hurt. Maybe that Dungeon Divers just ended. I can't remember. But either way, then we'll get some random accessories. We'll get some random gear. And then what that's going to do is that is going to allow us to hopefully boost up our speed and accuracy numbers, because that's where we're lagging hard. Like, Skaramis has like no accessories or no accuracy right now. So, you know, pinpoint, 2 pinpoint set would be great, because that would get us 10% speed and 20 accuracy. Cold Heart, same thing. We could get any pinpoint out of her, same thing, because that will just boost it up to at least a nice reasonable number. And these champions still need gearing. I'm just kind of slow grinding the gearing, trying to get them to 15, saving for an artifact enhancement event. Yeah, so that's kind of the game plan. We did get a nice little regen set here out of Taragi, and then once we can get them to 6-star, we're going to go right back to the Minotaur, and that's where we're going to be at. So we're not necessarily, I don't think we're like the furthest ahead, but I don't think we're not making good enough progress. I think we're just kind of staying, we're behind most people, but we're staying kind of parallel with them in our progress forward. All right, a few other things before I cut you loose, folks. Doom Tower. Okay, we finally were able to get past this Nether Spider, and so since then we've just kind of kept cruising on up. Okay, I took just a few days off from actually doing that, and then what I've been able to do is farm this level of the Griffin, which is fantastic because we get some of the purple feathers, I guess, Griffin feathers, yeah. And so then that's going to allow us to get some 5-star gear. So let's go ahead and see if we can get anything good out of there. You know, realistically, what we're looking for is speed boots or HP chest pieces or HP gauntlets that are going to give us, you know, just higher base stats. Really perfect, literally perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. HP percent with this 5-star with speed and defense percent. Literally couldn't have asked for a better start. Wow. All right, and even this is fine because we get a little high roll of speed. That's going to help us bump our champions up. In all seriousness, for a faction war champion, that's not going to be too bad. All right. Unfortunately, that's not it. It can't win them all. Can't win them all. That's just a sell. We don't care about attack percent. Nope. All right. Out of speed glyphs now. Okay. Okay. 2 more of these. We will keep that just because it's got HP and resistance. That seems like it'll be good. Dang, we got a lot of chess pieces. Okay, so who can we throw that on? Alright, so now this brings up a good point. Let's just see what that rolls. Because, where are we at? Guardian. Okay, let's see what this rolls. Give me double speed, please. That's all right. I mean, double defense percent really, honestly, is not bad. Obviously, we know the other one is better. Okay. This would allow me to get 5-star speed boots, even in a broken set on Dawn Caller, which would be good. Who else? Skaramis. He's got a 5-star already here. I guess it would then depend. Can I get Immortal? There's not even gauntlets. Immortal. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to think through this a little bit and try to rearrange some people in some different pieces. But overall, the gear that I have on these champions really isn't half bad. It just needs to be leveled up. Cold Heart probably needs a rework. You know, I have a hard time taking this piece off because it's just so much accuracy and crit rate. 2 important stats, but... All right, the last thing is arena bonuses. I started all in crit damage. I'm like, I'm just going to level this up because I know there's a mission. I think to try to keep pace with everybody else, I'm going to try to just get more accuracy. And, you know, I'm just going to spread the love, even though I know that's not the right call around, just to bump up some stats in some of my champions, just so that they can do the job where they're at. And I can always go and farm these bars up at a later time. I really don't enjoy Classic Arena that much, and I know that I should be doing it because I'm probably behind because of that, but you know, it is what it is. But we're in silver. We've gotten into gold periodically. Actually, probably 2 silvers down just because I haven't played too much yesterday on the weekly reset, but we're getting there. But otherwise, if we get our decrease or increase attack, increase attack, increase defense, Alice normally nukes him out like that. So it's just a matter of whether that happens right away. So in conclusion, the game plan moving forward, we're gonna grind out this event dungeon. We're gonna slow farm some food. Hopefully we are able to get this with just Ugo and Kale, so that they're able to level her up a little bit as we go. Looks like it's close, but I believe we're gonna get there. All right, perfect. So we'll just continue to do that. We'll sell the gear that's worth selling, keep the gear that's worth keeping, and we'll push that pretty hard until tomorrow, when we're gonna be able to farm the magic keep. At that point, I'm liking our position where I'm looking at it right now. We're at about 37th. All right, so we're at about 37th, but we got some room to grow there. I think what's really killing me is the faction wars, just not making as much progress in the faction wars as what we could. So maybe we throw some gear on some random champions and see what we can do. Otherwise, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you on the other side.